Around J Rocket here again. So, getting ready to FPV the inductrix switcher. So I got a few things. I got the inductrix. I got this FX805 camera I had laying around from another Whoop. And while I'm at it, I'm going to change the connector to a PH 2.0 power whip connector. Hopefully get a little bit longer flight times, a little better batter flow. And let's check this out. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to want to take this out. So it's velcroed in here. You're going to unvelcro it like so, okay? And then it's going to slide out of the back. So we're going to take it and make it a drone. Set the FPV and lean to the side. You don't want to hit that with the soldering iron. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove this canopy here. And check that out. Got a sweet little board there. Oh yeah. Pretty rad. So, alright. I'm going to remove the board. Make sure you don't lose any of these screws. It's about $3 to buy a replacement kit for screws and hardware. Furious FPV sells them. Aiming carries them in stock. Let's see if we can actually get this down to where you can see what I'm doing here. There we go. I know you can probably see what's going on. And one more. Just to let you guys know, this probably voids the blade warranty. So think about that before you go ahead and take it apart. Okay, so there's our arrow. To unplug the motors here. One, two. I think that these you just slide and set off to the side. Make sure you remember which side you got it from, because these are, you know, rotational directions. So I always set them up which way they go on there. And then we can remove this. And if you don't feel confident doing this, just don't even attempt it. So you could maybe take it to the hobby shop, have them do it for you. Okay, so now we have our little cradle. We're going to pop the flight control out of here. Make sure you don't lose those grommets. Okay. Don't lose the grommets. I just take them off and set them here. So we're going to be manhandling this a little bit. So these wires are actually slid up through the flight control board from the bottom and then soldered on the back side. So make sure you have a really fine tip soldering gun when you're doing this stuff. And then black is your negative, white is your positive. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and unsolder these. I recommend doing them one at a time. Alright, so we got this thing back together. The reason that I soldered the battery connector on the bottom and the camera on top is you're going to see here when I install it in the frame. You're going to see right now. Make sure you slide the pigtail down through the battery connector. And you're going to line up all your grommets and slide those down onto the chassis. Oh, lost one. last one. Okay. So as you can see, once it's down in there, the power connector comes down through the bottom, right here. The battery slides in, and the camera is going to mount right here on top now. Nice and sexy, just like that. I got a phone call, and I don't know you, so leave a message. So now we're just going to use I'm using my screws that were originally holding the board on, because they have a nice big flange on them to keep everything planted on this camera. So we're going to screw it back in here, like so. Hopefully this antenna is not messed up on this camera. It's one I just had laying around. So I really probably should have checked the condition before doing all this work, but I could just put a new camera on or antenna if I need to. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. My hands aren't working with me today. Let's try this side. First try. So I'm sure that they're going to be releasing these with the FPV camera, but right now you gotta mod these things. Who doesn't like some FPV action? I know I do. I know my dog does, because she likes chasing stuff in the house. This one I don't want her chasing. Mess it up. If she did accidentally get it. Oh my goodness. I'm just having the hardest time with this side. Alright, we got it. So now let's, probably first thing to do is plug the ducts back in. One by one. There you go. So now we got a tiny whoop also that we can FPV if we want. All you do is just slide these things straight. You know, you take this out of here and you slide that into there, and that turns into a tiny whoop now. But we're going for that FPV wing. FPV wing life. Make sure this is correct. Check your props. Okay, so this one goes here. And I encourage you guys just to try this. You know, like I said, I'm nothing special when it comes to freaking soldering, flying, nothing. Just another dad, normal Joe, redneck hillbilly guy. So we got those connected. We're going to slide the little housings back up into there. Is that all the way? That is. Alright guys, now we have an inductrix deal. So connector thing, let's put it back in here. So, and like I said, these are velcroed in there. So you're just gonna, first thing you're gonna do is slide. Oh, hold on. First thing I gotta do is move this dang battery connector to where it needs to be. So check that next time. Okay. Make sure the battery connector goes behind this brace. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to slide it up. So you're going to slide it into the canopy, like so, on the bottom. Make sure that this slides in, and then just push your ducts back down in there for the front. Make sure they're velcroed down, like so, and we have successfully made an inductrix switch share FPV. Let's go fly it.